What's Sahyog portal? Why Elon Musk-owned X has slammed it? What's government response explained? While X Corp has argued that Section 79 does not authorize government to issue content blocking orders, the center stressed that the petitioner has misinterpreted Sections 69A and 79 of the IT Act. The center has condemned and called unfortunate Elon Musk-owned X's description of the government's Sahyog portal as a censorship tool. In a detailed response submitted to the Karnataka High Court, the center countered X's claims in its petition challenging India's information blocking framework. The government stressed that the petitioner had misinterpreted the provisions of the Information Technology Act, especially Sections 69A and 79. The Sahyog portal was launched in 2024 to fast-track orders to block objectionable and misinformation. It was developed to automate the process of sending notices to intermediaries by the appropriate government or its agency under IT Act 2000 to facilitate the removal or disabling of access to any information, data, or communication link being used to commit an unlawful act, the center says on the site. It is run by the Ministry of Home Affairs (MHA) with help from the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology (MITY). It is maintained by the Indian Cybercrime Coordination Center I4C. I4C proactively identified and blocked more than 3,962 Skype IDs and 83,668 WhatsApp accounts used for digital arrest. Till February 28, more than 7.81 lakhs SIM cards and 2,08,469 IMEIs as reported by police authorities have been blocked by the center, the minister said. According to an officer, as quoted by the Indian Express, a concerned authorized agency from the center, state police, or law enforcement agency can flag objectionable web content and raise a request to block it on the portal. After receiving their request, the concerned request will go to the IT intermediaries or ISPs to block the alleged objectionable content. But in case of request for IT intermediaries, social media intermediaries, the notices will directly escalate to those intermediaries. In case of ISPs, the notices will be escalated to the Department of Technologies. And will further send it to the ISPs, an officer said. And the MHA disclosed the existence of the portal during a Delhi High Court case filed a parent of a missing 19-year-old girl in Shabana versus Government of NCT of Delhi and Ors. The court questioned the government and social media firms over delays in obtaining data from an Instagram account used by the teenager. The Delhi High Court also directed IT intermediaries to onboard the Sahyog portal and provide the status of their onboarding during the next hearing. Nearly 15 IT intermediaries have joined the portal, including Josh, Quora, Telegram, Apple, Google, Amazon, YouTube, Pi Data Center, and ShareChat. Around 31 states and union territories have notified their officers as per Section 793B of IT Act and onboard the Sahyog portal. Now, Google can block the content from their Play Store app, Firebase domain, YouTube video, Drive link share, while WhatsApp can block the number account, channel, or group. Facebook and Instagram will block the content, profiles, and advertisement posts. Microsoft will block the email ID, Skype ID, and OneDrive links, an officer told the Indian Express. Section 791 of the IT Act gives online platforms a shield from legal liability for content posted by third parties, that is, their users. Section 793, however, qualifies this safe harbor by stating that the shield will not apply if upon receiving actual knowledge, or on being notified by the appropriate government or its agency that any information controlled by the intermediary is being used to commit the unlawful act, the intermediary fails to expeditiously remove or disable access to that material on that resource without vitiating the evidence in any manner. The Section 79 framework does not authorize blocking orders. Instead, it merely notifies intermediaries of their responsibilities. If they fail to comply, they risk losing safe harbor protections and facing action under Rule 7 of the IT Rules, 2021, the government clarified. Therefore, it is incumbent on social media companies to take down content if they are given notices by appropriate government or its agency. Section 69A allows the government to block content, the IT Ministry says, if it impinges on I interest of sovereignty and integrity of India, 2 defense of India, 3 security of the state, 4 friendly relations with foreign states or v public order, or 6 for preventing incitement to the commission of any cognizable offense relating to above. However, this section has several safeguards, which give users the opportunity to be heard. These safeguards are laid out in the Information Technology Procedure and Safeguards for Blocking for Access of Information by Public Rules, 2009. However, even blockings under Section 69A have been contentious, because there have been instances where a notice has not been issued. Nananex said in its petition that Section 79 does not authorize the government to issue content blocking orders in a manner that bypasses the safeguards outlined in Section 69A, its corresponding blocking rules, and the Supreme Court's ruling in the Shreya Singhal case. That power is governed by Section 69A of the IT Act read with the Information Technology Procedure and Safeguards for Blocking for Access of Information by Public Rules, 2009. This has been upheld by the Shreya Singhal judgment of the Supreme Court in 2015. A verdict that also held unconstitutional Section 66A, a broad law allowing prosecution over users posting offensive content. Nanan the Center has contended that Section 69A explicitly allows the Center to issue blocking orders under specific conditions and provides multiple safeguards for online content restriction. It stated that Section 69A section differs significantly from Section 79, which only requires intermediaries to fulfill their due diligence obligations upon receiving notices from authorized agencies. It is misleading to label Sahyog as a censorship tool. By doing so, the petitioner is wrongfully presenting itself as a content creator rather than an intermediary. Such an assertion from a global platform like X is deeply regrettable and unacceptable. The statement read. The government also pointed out that X, being a foreign commercial entity, has no inherent right to host or defend third-party content on its platform. It stressed that in an earlier case brought by Twitter, the Karnataka High Court had explicitly ruled that Articles 19 and 21 of the Indian Constitution do not apply to the company. The government believes X Corp had incorrectly equated the blocking orders issued under Section 69A with the notices issued under Section 79, despite the Supreme Court previously distinguishing between the two in the Shreya Singhal case. With inputs from PTNN.